Now we have more sanding to do on this. It's not done yet, but you know, we got the outside bark done and a lot of the inner bark. I left some of the inner bark because it'll turn a very nice brown whenever I finally put polyurethane on this or natural oil. I have a crack coming down here. So what I'm going to do is, it's going to look like a decoration in the end. I'm going to drill below the crack. And then I'm going to drill through the crack. Got a little bit of wood glue on my peg, and we'll just drive that in. I'm going to go the whole way through. More sanding. This is a coarser sandpaper. I don't have any that'll fit any of my handheld machines, so you got to do it by hand. The finishing sanders with that little, it's called a mouse sander. Now on this piece, I'm going to do some fractal burning. Basically, it's water and electricity. I do mine a different way. You take 1 cup of water with 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and you spread it. Wood is not a good, doesn't have good conduct. Oh shit. That helps the electricity go through. Now it's set up to go, but what I do is I get far away from it and then I plug in my burning unit so that I'm not anywhere near it. Now that's a nice burn. It does better with the bare maple when you take off all, look how pretty that is. When you take off all of the bark. That bark, it was sort of going down the bark, but over here I wanted to try it where I just had all the bark removed, and you can see I'm getting some really nice patterns looking like electricity shooting through. It's slow going, however, I think it's worth it. Now, one of the things that, I can't daydream with this because it's electricity and water. So I'm constantly thinking, make sure I'm not touching this when it's on. Well, I'm going to pick this up tomorrow. I have to let this dry and then do a fine sanding on it. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this project today, but we'll see. I have to sand off some of this black so you can see looks like lightning, so that you can see it more clearly. So, and also, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's a white residue from the baking soda. And I want to get that off. And then I have to polyurethane it. I think I'm going to polyurethane it because I left some of the bark there, and I want something to give it stability as it dries even more. Doesn't need much of a sand. Okay, so it's all sanded. You can see how dirty my hands are from the charcoal. I guess that's what you call it. And what I did was, that crack that I had here, I like to keep the integrity of the stick or the wood when I'm using it. So even with its flaws like that. So that's why I put those two oak dowel, two that went straight through to stop the crack from going. And then I went through the crack to help stabilize it. Then finally with the fractal burning, I burned it through there. So, it doesn't show as much. If you look closely, you can see there's a crack there. However, it's disguised, if you will. And so now I'll wipe this off with a tack cloth, and then I'll polyurethane. I always put a screw on the bottom of my walking sticks and canes, and then I can polyurethane. Well, my self-reliant peeps, it's done. The walking staff is done. It's a tall one. It's more for a man. The hand, well, I have a small hand, so I suppose a woman with big hands could use this and it would be comfortable for her. At any rate, I have 3 coats on here, and I sanded between each coat. But you can see that fractal burning, how it turned out. I think it turned out beautiful. So at any rate, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.